Hey, before we jump into the video, I just wanted to jump on here, not just to show you my really cool jumper, but also to just tell you how much of a big deal this was. I groomed a dog for CRUFTS. Me, I cannot believe it. And it's just, I'm just over the moon. I'm really happy that you guys have chosen to watch this. And if you enjoy it or if you don't, please like, subscribe, and comment because it would really mean the world to me because it means I can keep making videos and I can just get you into the zone of dog grooming. Anyway, shut up. Let's get into the video. Let's meet Bosco. It is the most handsome of all the chaps. Who is the most? Look at you. You're a tiny little boy. You're a tiny little baby. You're a tiny little baby. Oh, yes, you are. You're a good boy. Where's your lad? Yeah. Here we have it, the main man, Bosco. He is a Leonberger puppy. Yes, you heard me right. He is a puppy. Now, he is about 50 kilos. Actually, no, he's more than 50 kilos. But when he was last weighed about 3 weeks ago, he was 50 kilos. That, quick math, is about 110 pounds. So that's pretty heavy if you do your weights in the pounds measurement. I set to work immediately, cleaned out those big old bear paws because they had plenty of hair in them, a little bit of dirt. So trim them out and give them a clean because it needed to be done. But luckily, because they're so big, it's actually much easier. Trim those nails. They were already in pretty good nick, to be honest, but just a little bit off. Get him ready to show off his paws for the judges at Crufts. And oh yeah, using my big strength to get him into the bath. Now, because Leonbergers are so big, it's important to give them regular breaks, give them time to have a drink because welfare is the most important thing when grooming your dog. You don't want to force them through anything they don't want to do. You don't want them to overheat. You want to just take care of them nicely. And another thing with Leonbergers here, they've got a very thick, dense coat. And that means it holds the water. Oh my god, it takes ages. And I mean like about 20 years approximately just to dry the dog, because they have got a thick double coat which is actually meant to keep the water out, so you've really got to go in there to try and get the water in to clean them. And that thick double coat is pretty impressive. It works magnificent things, so it keeps them warm in the winter but also helps to keep them cooler in the summer. So that does present a slight challenge for us dog grooms to get them fully clean and then fully dry, because that coat just doesn't want to dry. But oh well, we put the work in because we want to make our man the most handsome boy around, and I'll tell you this, I reckon he was looking pretty smart at the end. As you can see here, I'm not making Bosco stand up. However, here I did need him to stand up so I could do his legs, but I will let him sit as much as he likes so he can stay as relaxed as possible and not get too tired, because it does take a while. He actually was probably the longest dog I've ever taken to groom. He took me 3.5 hours from start to finish. It took a long time, and to be honest, if I wanted to keep on de-shedding I probably could, but I didn't want to take too much coat out because that can present a problem. Now, giving him the blast dry, he's got a great owner who's got him used to it, but that hair comes flying out into my own face and then I need to clear it out myself. So not only am I blasting him, but I'll blast myself to get me a little bit less hairy. When carrying out a de-shed on a dog like Bosco here, it's important not to take too much coat away, but also it might be a bit tight and compacted in there, so when you're brushing out, you do want to use a little bit of force to get it out, but not too much, because it will hurt them and you could potentially give them slicker burn, which wouldn't be ideal. So you want to just go nice and gentle and tease any compaction out. As you can see here, it's a little bit tiring, so he had a lie down, and then about 40 years later when he was dry, we could carry out that de-shed using my Coat King here to get rid of that dead undercoat, which isn't doing anybody any favours. And then I ran my slicker brush through, ran my comb through, because you want to have a nice sweet bit. And oh yeah, clearly I'm listening to some banging tunes here because we're getting our dance on. So I find it important to go into that extra detail to try and find anything which might be out of the ordinary. And here I spotted potentially a little bit of paint on his nails, so that just took a little bit of scratching off, and you never know what those judges are going to look at. So if I can find something which needs sorting, I'm going to sort it. I then went to tidy up all of his toes because he had those Grinch-like feet with hair everywhere. And as you can see, he's an angel. He's just so well behaved, and he let me trim those down so you could see his little toes, little toe beans. And now the pièce de résistance. Look at him. He is one handsome chap. I really hope he does well. He was amazing. A little spritz of baby fresh perfume because he is a baby after all. Look how much coke came out of him. You could make another one. And yeah, we're knackered. Absolutely knackered. I hope to see you on the next one. Love you all. Bye.